Talkin.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, it's time for Ken Stout Live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into Ken Stout Live with the Zoom Homies. The Zoom Homies with Ken Stout Live. I am your host. I'm a brick wall tonight. I'm losing a few pieces here and there, but hey, I'm still somewhat standing up and being held together. There I am. Yes. All right, I'll bring the homies in. We have William Dawson, Jeff Ryman, and Sam One Fish 26, since I don't know his last name. I believe he's part Indian, though, so maybe it was the 26 fish caught, and I have no clue. Hello, gentlemen.
Yes, I'm sorry. Just a minute.
Hello.
Good to see you. I'm going to mute William for a moment. He and his mom are having a conversation. There comes Princess into the scene. She's like, I'll be the star of this show. William, I muted you so that you and your mom could have the conversation and it didn't go out over the air. Tony Wallow was first. William Dawson was second. Bobby Warren thinks he was fourth, but he actually was third. Great Guy was fourth. He got it right. Roy says, I'm last now. Roy, you're never last. You're usually here before a couple other people. This better be technical than I expect to see a complete tutorial. Yeah,
that's what the intro said. I'm just following up.
Yeah, that's not the true intro. That's a filler so that I can start the intro, and I've got to figure out something because...
Yeah, I'm probably not going to stay real long tonight. Got some things going on. I just got a text. My ex-son-in-law was in an accident today, totaled his truck.
Oh, no.
Grandkids dead.
Yeah. Well,
he's not hurt, fortunately, but
well, that's the good news.
Figure out something there,
yeah. So did it do
that? And I gotta figure out how to find some money in 3 days.
When you figure that out, let me know, please.
Well, yeah, I may have to work. I got 2 big insurance bills coming due in 3 days. I decided to pay it all at once instead of monthly because it saves me money in the long run.
Right.
But that means a big hit right now. Plus, I got notified today my mortgage payment's going up $100 a month.
Oh, man. Been a bad Tuesday for you then.
So they, the insurance went up, homeowners insurance went up like $300 a year this year, and the taxes went up $200. So my total underage for the escrow account is like $652. And it's already in the hole, so they got to make up more than what it normally would be.
Right. Unfortunately.
So that sucks.
Yeah. Well, before you run off, let me replay the introduction.
I'll be here an hour or so, but
okay.
Anyway.
I don't understand. Of course, I do think I understand too. I believe it's in the macro setting. I think I've got it wrong. I didn't even think to check the macro until it played one time because that's a 15-second deal that I made.
Yeah.
And it didn't play 15 seconds. I know that. And the reason I know that's because I know what's in there, and there's just certain things that didn't happen that are supposed to happen. So let me.
I'm still trying to figure out what the hell's going on with my Firefox. It's just slower than hell.
I got no
I'm going to
issues with
completely
Google.
uninstall everything, clear all the references out of the registry, and kill all the folders and the whole thing, and start over. So we'll see what happens there. I've got all the bookmarks backed up and everything, and
Yeah, that's a good thing to do.
it's synced supposedly, but I'm not going to rely on that. And I got like 6 pieces of software that have updates that I haven't done yet.
Oh, I haven't even looked. Today was Update Tuesday. I haven't even looked yet today.
Oh, I haven't even looked at the Windows update. Was today Update Tuesday?
It is.
Well, that'll happen too.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Mine was just worse. Was just the antivirus update.
Let me go get some co-hosts.
When I started up Edge earlier just to experiment with something, and it updated.
There we go. I got co-hosts to let people in. I'll handle anybody that looks funny, and if Alex does end up in the waiting room, I'll be the one to do it.
Well, I better close the camera then.
Oh, Greg made it back. Hello, Greg.
Yeah, I was cooking my dinner and decided to vacuum.
And it wouldn't be a night without Greg not muting his YouTube.
I did it. I did it as soon as I heard it.
Yes, I know. I still must point it out.
Mowed the grass in front and trimmed all my bushes in front this afternoon, and then raked everything down to the street and cleaned it all up. And I had to take a shower. I was too ripe to do otherwise.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I got really lucky. I was just going to step outside. I've got a little bit of yard work that needs to be done. And I had just opened the door, and then, I mean, it was like a monsoon opened up, and I went, avoided that today. So.
Fortunately, we haven't been that hot here yet. Today, I have switched on watering 6 days a week, finally.
Okay.
Because it's starting to get there, but it was just, can't water on Sundays ever, of course. So I was watering Friday and Saturday, skipping Sunday, and then doing Monday, Wednesday, skipping Tuesday and Thursday, and I finally kicked those in.
Mike Wojcik joins us. Hello, Mike. It is Tuesday. I probably said it wasn't Tuesday, but it is Tuesday.
And it's only 90 degrees here on June the 14th or 13th, which isn't bad for Las Vegas.
Yeah, but if the Knights win tonight, your temperature is going to go way up in Vegas tonight. We are 65.
Let me see. What is it saying here?
There were 4 up
95 tomorrow, Thursday, down to 89 on Friday, 98 on Saturday, 98 on Sunday, back down to 92 Monday and 89 Tuesday. So not too bad for this place.
It's the longest day in the year, and it's just around the corner. Yeah, what's it, the 21st or so of June?
Yeah, what's that, summer equinox or whatever it's called?
Right. I'm trying to think of how I can do this.
Our Navy guy should know all of that stuff. He had to get out his sextant and do navigation probably when he was in the Navy.
Vegas is up.
I was a radio man. I didn't get cold or wet. I was inside the radio shack with the air conditioning.
Well, that's like when I was in the infantry. I ended up being the company clerk, so I didn't go out in the weather much either.
I wish I could say that, man. I've spent time in the rain, the cold, the snow.
Well, yeah, when you were an MP, you had to be out no matter what it was.
Yeah, it was.
Although I presume a lot of what you did was real work, though, and not just stand around waiting for training.
I had
It ought to
no.
have been the kind of work that you wanted to do sometimes if you had to go grab somebody.
Had to pull guard duty every now and then, and we had one gate that was really easy because it was as big as my house, and we had another gate that was about as big as my closet. Two people could barely sit in it.
Do you believe in the 2 years I was in the Army, I only had to stand guard duty once?
Wow. I wish I
Ken,
could
did
say
it
that.
rain a lot in Vietnam like they show in Forrest Gump?
I've never been to Vietnam, so I can't tell you, but
Oh, I
I
thought
would
you
say
did.
it might. I've been to Korea, not Vietnam.
Okay.
Matthew Camp,
Well,
good
you
evening.
were, when did you go in, Ken?
1983.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Vietnam was
way
long
off.
over
Yeah.
by then. But
Yeah. And I was in Korea from 84 to 86, and then again from 86 to 89, with a brief tour at Fort Ord, and then right back to Korea. So I think, well, I was going to wait for Sam to
I
get
was gonna
back.
say, how did you end up going to Korea twice in such a short time?
Well, I PCS'd out of Korea in January, and I PCS'd back into Korea in October, I think it was.
Jeez.
So
You
that was
must have
fine.
been-
They
you
wanted me to
didn't mind it,
read.
that's okay, but it just seems odd to me that you
Well,
spend much time at Ord.
yeah, well, I didn't. They wanted me to re-enlist, and I said I'll re-enlist if I can go back to Korea, and they said,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
we'll make
well,
that happen.
explains
So
it then.
I got my sergeant stripes and got to go back to Korea all in the same year. All right,
Cool.
Sam is back. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this. I want to move you guys over here. I want to change. Oh, before I do that, I have to turn off the introduction. And then I want to show. Everybody should be seeing a blue screen with a little DaVinci logo up in
The corner.
the corner. Now I'm going to share my screen with audio because the audio is important. And now everybody across
Oh,
the
that's
board,
right. Yeah.
Zoom
Wayne
and
is
otherwise.
correcting us. This
Now
is
I
the
got to go
solstice.
find what it is I want to show everyone. So give me just a
All
second.
right.
I'm prepared, believe me. Projects.
Let's cut to the chase.
And they're alphabetical. Well, at least I thought they were alphabetical.
Okay,
Um,
so we try something stronger.
okay, this is not good.
That's what we try. Decide what's maybe worse. Never dying.
A, B, C, D. There we go. Man, I can't tell. Okay.
Mm.
Hopefully that opens on the. It did.
Can
Now I realize that's a very rough take of that, but if you was seen the trouble I went through to get this, and I know it's not a masterpiece yet. There's no animation yet. There will be.
Keep doing that. That's annoying.
Yeah. Well, Doug finally came through and got me the soundbite I wanted. Go ahead, Jeff. Question?
No. I was just looking at what was in the background on there. Trying to think.
Alex or the three pigs or the
Well, Arkansas Rex in the background.
Yeah, there you go. Arkansas Rex. I like that. Speaking of Arkansas Rex, where's he at tonight? It's only Tuesday night.
Alex and the three pigs.
Yeah, I considered that. I actually had a different way I was going to go with that, but then I changed my mind. I think either way would have been fine. It was gonna be three somethings of Doug. Just which way was I going to go? And as Greg actually helped out. Greg was with us through DaVinci on Zoom this afternoon, and I picked the wrong picture to try to use that with, and I think it took 5 or 6 different attempts to get it to do what I needed it to do. And when I finally got it to where it was close enough, I said, "Oh, that's close enough. I'm going to run with this and go." Now, Greg wasn't around when I added in the audio. Weasel. No, it's the big bad wolf. It's the three little pigs. I took out the word pigs. The actual picture does say the three little pigs illustrated by some name I can't pronounce. I took all that out in DaVinci, and then I obviously brought in Doug and Alex and myself, put them on top of everything. So I do have some animation thoughts in mind, but we'll see. And Greg, thank you for sticking around this afternoon. That was fun.
Yeah.
Now
No problem.
I'm gonna
The
try
bill-
some.
The bill will arrive tomorrow.
501 West Church. Just make sure you send it to the right spot. So this is the fish cam that I just activated. And obviously it's not on the fish tank. I could easily put it on the fish tank. But what's cool is somehow my background is bleeding through over there. I don't understand how that can be, but thought I had this set up better, but I don't.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point that out.
You still got the big monitor?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's
Thought maybe the boss would have requisitioned that back by now.
no, not yet. Okay, Rick Lakes joins us in chat. Wintermute joins us in chat. And who else? Did I miss anybody? No. Can't eat pizza. Yeah, sorry about that. It's a tragedy when you can't eat pizza. No,
And
we go ahead,
a
William.
waiting room picture.
Let me spotlight you so we can see it.
Didn't want to.
Palm Springs, California.
Springs.
Nice.
Trying to get it where
There
There
you go.
it is. Yeah, focused.
Yeah. I like that. Can you get a snapshot of it and send it to me?
let's see.
Scratches his head and go, oh, I don't know about that.
Trying to figure out how to do it. I
How
can get
far is that
I
from
can do
our
it on camera and send a
California
picture.
See, how far is that from our California homies?
Oh, you mean this one?
Palm Springs.
Palm Springs, I think. Long Dog actually, I believe, lives in the Palm Springs area. I believe.
And there's a
Yeah,
Las
right.
Vegas one too.
Oh, wait a minute. I did the wrong thing. Hang on.
There
There you go.
Doug and Tim
Go ahead.
are in Fresno, right?
Yeah, Doug and Tim are in Fresno. Brian.
Is Modesto?
I think that's the best focus there.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I
Yeah.
like that too. Brian and Jose are in Modesto, and
Yeah.
then Tony is down in Seaside. So we got
Where?
the state pretty well covered
Can
actually.
you say that again for Tony?
He's down in Seaside,
Oh, Seaside. Okay.
down by Ord.
Okay.
So we got it all covered pretty good, I think.
I wouldn't mind saying Seaside near Monterey. It says Sand City Beach. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's been a while since I Googled. I'm just going off my memory.
Does the Navy still have the language school at Monterey? Do you know?
I honestly do not know.
I don't even.
I have no idea. I want
I
to.
wasn't in Monterey much, strangely enough. I was in Salinas more than Monterey.
Yeah.
And well, and a lot of the time I was at Ord, I had an uncle who was in the hospital up in San Francisco. So when I got a weekend pass, I would hop a bus and go up to see him. He was there for, I don't know, 3 or 4 months before he passed. So I didn't spend a lot of time. One of my Army buddies and I had a couple of interesting experiences in San Francisco. Rode up on the bus and we got off, and I was getting ready to try to find the bus to go up to see my uncle. We were wandering around down near the waterfront, someplace in San Francisco, and we got propositioned twice by guys.
Yeah.
And I looked at him and said, I think we're in the wrong part of town. So
I Googled it, and it comes up as the Defense Language Institute Foreign Language Center, but I'm not getting an address for it.
yeah,
It looks.
I just Googled Seaside, or I just looked on Google Maps for Seaside, and I get
It is in
relatively
Monterey.
big area around Monterey there.
Here, I'll put a link in the Zoom chat for you. Maybe. Okay,
Well, this
why do
one
I
just-
have chat?
Okay, Seaside, formerly East Monterey, is a city in Monterey County with a population of 32,000 as of the 2020 census.
Check out the link I just dropped in YouTube and check out the
Alrighty.
link I just dropped in Zoom.
Okay.
You have to scroll all the way down to the bottom to find out where it's at, though. That's kind of silly. But it is still in Monterey.
Okay, I remember. Well, I don't remember what it was called then. I just knew that it was. I always thought of it as the Navy's foreign language school in those days. It's probably been renamed once or twice
Oh,
since
at
then.
least, yeah. I heard they're renaming, was it Fort Bragg they're going to rename?
Yeah, they're getting rid of the
Yeah, it's called
renaming the
Fort
post
Liberty.
named after Confederate generals.
Called Fort Liberty now.
Oh, they've already renamed it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. I don't know what other ones are being done.
Well, you know, it's a sad day in military history if they ever rename one Fort Ken Stout Live. Then we just might as well all hang it up and realize we are in a world of hurt.
Well, like I used to say, I mean, I don't know. Well, you re-up, so you were RA at some point.
Oh, my whole 9 years I was RA.
I was US, started, I got drafted, and then when I re-upped once, and then got out early in spite of that. But I thought, I don't know how it is now. It used to be if you were RA, they could in a pinch recall you. And I was thinking the other day, damn, if they ever get down to recalling me, we're at the freaking bottom of the barrel for
Yeah,
sure.
I feel the same way, actually. Tony says DLI. Yep, Defense Language Institute. That's good. Vegas was ahead 2-0 when I looked at the score a while ago, so
All right.
I'm not going to jinx that no more.
No, we hope they'll finish it off today.
I hope so. I said Vegas in 6. If they win tonight, that's cool.
Well, that's Vegas in 6, right?
It'd be 5 if they win tonight.
Oh, 5?
They're up 3-1.
All right.
Maybe we should have a math class on here since Bobby
No,
can't count.
too old for math.
Yeah, here's my counting on math right here. Call the calculator. Now something just fell on the
Here's
floor.
my counting on math. 1.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on, let me take my socks off. I don't know what that was. Something fell on the floor. I heard it hit. I'll probably find it in about a year.
Thank God we don't have smell-o-vision.
Yeah, really.
Well, between us, we can count to 40 maybe.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Oh, there she goes texting already.
She in the next room?
No, she's at work.
Oh, okay.
She volunteered to work tonight. Her normal work days this week was Wednesday, Thursday, and she volunteered for tonight. Then she's off Friday, Saturday. She would have been off Sunday, but she's going to work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so that she'll be
So
off
she get some overtime this week then?
8 hours. It's not a lot.
Well,
The nice
Well,
thing on her
that
next
helps,
check,
I
she
guess.
gets her bonus.
what's that?
The nice thing about her next check, she gets her bonus. They have a hiring on bonus, and if you're there for a year, you get a $7,000 bonus. But
Really?
oh yeah, but
Hey.
they don't pay it all at once. They pay it in increments, and this is coming up on her next increment, which is
Well,
cool.
Even so,
Yeah, I mean, think about it.
actually, if they spread it out over 2 calendar years, then that's not as bad for tax purposes either.
Right. Yeah. Pretty happy for her getting that. Kind of leaning toward cutting back the hours a little bit, but I'm sure that's just today's conversation and it'll change.
Well,
She did say we're playing golf Friday or Saturday.
she going with you?
Oh yeah. She wants Texas Roadhouse again. I mean, let's
Well-
be honest.
Tell her if she wants Texas Roadhouse, she's got to play.
She actually does want to play.
Hey, good.
I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of Mom's clubs, and
When's
Let her
mom
hit.
coming over?
Thursday night, 22nd, Thursday day.
All right.
Probably 6 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. I don't know the time. It is
No,
next
but-
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you have to rearrange your streaming or whatever, no worries.
Should be all right. The way we've got everything planned out, we should be good.
No, but if something happens, don't
Oh
worry
yeah,
about it.
sure. No, we'll see.
We can all just log into Zoom and sit here silently for 2 hours.
Well, just the bad thing is, well, I'll remind me of that after we end the stream. But there is a caveat to that. It's good you guys can do that, but there is a caveat.
Well, I mean, it doesn't take much effort for us to sit here for 2 hours and stare at each other. See, we know this is the Ken Stout live stream because when you go do something, we all just kind of sit here with one thumb up or you know what.
The second time today I've actually heard that, but yes. I was thinking about that also. When the stream ends, we don't have any problem having conversations. You ever notice that? But when we're streaming, if I walk away, dead silence.
I think you almost get, you got to filter what you say on YouTube.
And maybe
And it is your show.
this is true.
Well, now there's a little caveat to that. It depends whether or not we have Arkansas Rex in the crowd.
But that's true. I mean,
No hesitancy for conversation at that point.
I don't know. The other day he seemed to be struggling when I got up to go do something. I said, "Somebody please keep the conversation going," and nobody said anything. So I'm sure he's like everyone else.
Well, we can fire that up by asking about internet speed. That slowed down yesterday.
Yeah, mine slowed down to 923. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Can we put the host in the waiting room? Oh Lord, it's interesting. I get wide variations in what mine measures depending which site I go to measure it. But I get a weekly update from my ISP, and they always give me the maximum up and download speeds they saw during the week. And it's always at least 700 both ways, the way that they measure it. But that's at the modem, that's not at the computer. And there's 2 routers in between the modem and the computer. Of course, they have to measure it someplace, and once they finally got everything more or less straightened out, I'm not obsessing over what it really is at this point because it's working. And if it's only 300, it's still working.
My gosh, Tim posted a picture of a camera on Facebook that has got at least 1, 2, 3. I'm going to count 4, maybe 5 lenses.
He's showing that horrendously long lens.
It's got a, well, no, here, let me, I'll share that later. It's,
I logged out of Facebook earlier.
that is just truly amazing.
Well, Tim's a pretty good photographer when he works.
Oh yeah, I think him and Jose both are good photographers.
Yep.
I forgot. Oh, I know what I was going to go do.
I do like your background there, by the way.
Yeah, I'm going to put together a couple more of those. I was thinking about changing the wording up a little bit.
Which granddaughter is that?
That's one of the twins. That's Valerie, or Valka as they call her. And then I actually want to shoot a video with them saying, I don't always watch YouTube, but when I do, I watch my grandpa, Ken Stout Live, but I don't know if I can get a 5-year-old to recite that or not.
Well, you might say, but when I do, I watch my grandpa.
Yeah, something. I don't know. Valerie's pretty smart. They're both smart, but Valerie seems to be a little bit smarter.
Well, or maybe just a little bit more willing to say stuff.
With that, and she's quick.
I would guess both of them are probably pretty close to the same intelligence.
I would hope so. When we were visiting the other day, their mom said something about, well, Yana Bell listens better than Valerie, and Valerie was sitting behind us, and she looked up at me and she goes, "I listen to you." Doesn't mean she does what she wants her to do, but she at least listens to her. Yeah, Mrs. K and I, we sat here today, and I discovered a way. Well, I kind of showed that today, how to slow the golf ball down in DaVinci, and I'm gonna go up to the virtual golf place only so I can get an idea of how fast I'm swinging the club, how fast the ball's coming off the club, and distances of my clubs. That's the only reason I'm
Speaking
going.
of golf, let me ask you something. The other day when you were showing one of those, I think it was on the range, and you were sort of stepping through things.
Mm-hmm.
Got to a certain point, and the golf ball got real tiny in the last one, then it just went poof.
Right.
Does that mean it got so small that it was smaller than a single pixel, I gather, in the frame?
I would say that's probably pretty accurate. I'd
I mean,
also
I'm
say
guessing.
that she's got the iPhone in her hand, so she sees it, and then she tries
Right.
to follow it to a certain point, and at some point in time, that's not going to pick it up.
Right, right.
And then, and that's a good question, because today I said I want to teach you, when you are recording this, to zoom by taking your thumbs and just pulling
Right.
your thumbs out. But then I thought, you know how disastrous that's going to be? I don't want her to try to do that, because
Well, and I just Googled something one of the other days when you were working on your golf stuff, and to get stuff where they could really follow that, one, you have to have a well-trained cameraman,
yes,
but they have very expensive equipment to do that shit with.
yes.
And so,
Well, and we were sitting under the, if we were out in the
trying to
open,
do that with a phone or even a 35 millimeter one, a digital or
Mhm.
almost 35, that's pretty difficult when you think about it.
yeah. She's always, though, I mean, I've got still pictures that she used to take with the 35 millimeter. She's always had a knack for catching things. I've got
that's
probably
good.
5 pictures where she catches the swing, and then the next shot she catches the ball in the air. It's phenomenal. It really is. I think if we were sitting out on the out part of the range, not with the building over, she might have been able to catch more of the ball in its flight and at least dropping down. We'll find out next time we play. I'm not playing a short course this week. I've already determined that. I'm either going to play the par 3 with the bigger course, or I'm going to go play a actual big course that has 4 par 5s,
Yeah.
4 par 3s, and the rest are par 4s. I'm too
I
lazy to do the
assume
math.
you're within driving range of 2 or 3
Oh
courses
yeah.
that you like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the one that I drove by we talked about a couple months ago, it's not 10 miles away. I might play it.
Now, what's that one you were playing on so much in the winter, where it has the various links that you can do on the tees?
Yeah, that one's called Audi Golf Center. They've got batting cages, they've got a putt-putt course, they've got a miniature golf course, they've got driving range, and they've got 18-hole golf course year round. And he does open year round unless there's snow on the ground, obviously, and then he can't be open.
Right, now that's the one where we saw all the holes in the green where they went
Yeah. Right. So
and aerated it
right.
with all the plugs and everything.
Right. Now that's another good point you bring up. So you've seen the aeration of those greens. That means they take care of them. You've also seen the crappy greens from yesterday. Those greens have never been aerated. The one I played yesterday.
That was at another course, obviously.
Right. That's at Orchard. Yes.
Right.
But it's a good practice course for me because of the distances of the holes.
Right.
If I can just take it and move forward, no, I'll be good. I'll be all right.
Now, is that one where most of them were par 3s?
The one I want to play, Audi, is all par threes except for, I want to say 4 holes, and they are, I'll tell you here in just a second, they are 1, 2, yeah. Audi is all par threes except for 4 holes, and they are par 4 because their distances are 155 shortest, 255 longest on one, 230 or 251 shortest to 272 on the longest on the same hole, 259, 315. 315 is a long way to hit a golf ball, believe me. And then
Now,
the
is
other
that
one,
still a par 4?
it's still a par 4, yeah.
That's a long par 4, isn't it?
Oh, it's a long 4.
Yeah, I can hit that any day of the week.
Yeah, back in the day, I could 220, 225 with my driver. I'm lucky to get at 180 now. And I'm happy at 180. That's the sad thing. But we sat here and dissected a few things. We were looking at the left-handed one, and I figured out how I got that club back so far because it's been bugging me. My body doesn't change if I go left or right. It's still the same. What I did was I had my wrist cocked sooner. I took the club back and cocked my wrist sooner. I can only use the hockey stick, otherwise not me. Roy, you can probably try to hit it with a hockey stick. I don't know how that's going to go, but probably about like me imitating Adam Sandler when I ran up the other day and hit it, which I hit that pretty straight, actually. Should do a whole game that way one time. Now I was going to go look something up. Somebody start a conversation while I look this up, please.
Why?
I don't know. We don't want the dead air, do we?
Well, I don't know anything about golf, so I can't talk about golf.
You can talk about fish. You can talk about the internet. You don't necessarily have to talk about golf.
Yeah, I thought that might fit the theme your channel, Sam.
What I miss?
Nothing. William just sent me a picture
Oh,
of
cool.
an ashtray with a fisherman with a fish on his line. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, so if we go Friday, which we probably won't, to this course I want to play, seniors are considered 62 years and up. Got that beat. 18 holes after 3 o'clock on Fridays only. With the carts, $25. The weekend rates, it goes up to $30, which is kind of dumb if you think about it, but all courses do it. This course is they have 4 sets of tees stretching from 6,525 yards, par 72, but it doesn't tell me what the short tees are. Oh, 3,317. I just got another leg cramp. Sorry about that. So you go from, that's the front 9. You go from 65.25 and it drops down to 53.06. That's still a big course. The 2 courses I play are, 2,800 yards total? Yeah, on a good day. The one course is 1,300 and the other one is, oh, sure, don't tell me what the total yards is. Make me add this up in my head. 1,487. So that's a big difference. But I want to actually go out and, especially if I'm going to play in this tournament, I want to play at least one time on a bigger course before I play in the tournament. I probably am going to play in this tournament. I got him, William. Thank you very much. I will download those. As we speak, I am downloading them. Appreciate that. We'll glance at chat, see if I'm all caught up. Greg, you were up before noon. Oh, Greg's not there. My goodness. You must have had some work to be done. This is the only bad thing about her schedule is it just I've yet to figure out a way to have some semblance of getting a decent night's rest. If I stay up when I get up, I don't know. It's confusing. Win the lottery and move to Montana. Oh, wait, they probably have horrible internet speeds in Montana though. So
I heard that. I was in the kitchen.
you heard I'm moving to Montana?
No. He said I got up.
Oh,
Before
yeah,
noon.
you weren't there.
Had to put my dishes away.
Anybody know the rock star that did a song about moving to Montana?
What did you tell Wayne about your grandson medical problem? I told him he had a very serious.
Greg, your TV's a tad bit high. I can hear the little bit of it.
Law and Order.
Roy says Montana. No, the name of the song I believe is either Moving to Montana or Montana. I know the artist. It's a great album. There's not a bad song on that album, which is really odd. Jeff's Googling it. I'll figure this out. Hold on. Wintermute comes through with the right. You know, I got to quit asking these easy questions. Wintermute got it just like that. Yes. Do you know the name of the album without Googling it? He'll really impress me if he knows this. Oh,
I would have thought of Frank Zappa.
it was Frank Zappa. Well, actually, it was Frank Zappa and the Overnight Sensation was the actual name of the group. Frank Zappa, yeah, Frank Zappa and the Mothers, and the album was the Overnight Sensation. I highly recommend, if you like Frank Zappa, go find it on YouTube and look for a song called Dynamo Hum. That's all I'm going to say.
Some of the noise you heard earlier might have been from mine next door. My grandson, I think, is watching the Golden Knights.
Oh, they're showing that live in Vegas?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. It was 2-1 a while ago when I looked. Like I said, I didn't want to jinx them, but obviously I did because it was 2-1. And go see what it is now. 4-1. Good. Kansas City still being beaten by Cincinnati 5-4 at the bottom of 6 or middle of 6. 6 minutes to go in the second period in the game, so Vegas seems to be in charge for the moment. Gotta give him some happy thoughts here on that. Roy says he's been through and spent many nights in Montana. Never been there. Never been to Idaho, Oregon, Washington, South Dakota,
I've
North
been
Dakota.
to Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Washington. Don't think I've been to Oregon, unless I landed there on a stopover on a plane, but I don't think so. Haven't been to either of the Dakotas. Not sure if I've been to Montana or not.
Wintermute dropped the link for the song Dynamo Hum. I recommend you listen to it when there are only adults in the room, so to speak. Good song. Funny. I like the whole album. I really did. I thought that was one of the best. There's only a couple albums that I like. Most part albums have 1 or 2 songs on them that are good. And then the rest are just fill-in songs, so to speak. I was reading a thing a couple days ago about the 10 worst songs on 10 of the Eagles albums. And I thought to myself, I can't think of any songs on an Eagles album that's bad.
I'm not sure I can think of any songs on an Eagles album.
You do know who the Eagles are, yes?
Well, they're a group. That's all I know.
There you go.
Wasn't it
They're a
Take It
group.
Easy?
Do what, Greg?
Wasn't one of their songs Take It Easy?
Yep. Peaceful, easy feeling. Take it easy. I saw a notification that Catherine Enner Hauserman was going live. Oh, maybe she.
Well, I saw earlier she was supposedly doing a build live. Came up on my phone.
Yeah, 2 hours and 29 minutes. I think she released the one that
So
she
that's what I
did.
was wondering.
Yeah,
If she just
she
made
just
it public.
right. She just because it said streamed 6 days ago, so she finally
Okay.
released it from private to public. Good. I'll go back and watch that later. Because when I seen that notification, I was like, "That's weird," but now it makes sense. Makes perfectly good sense. Long Dog joins us. Montana is like being on a giant mountain. The whole state is mountain. Your way very elevated in Idaho is so unbelievable and overall beautiful, especially if you're an outdoors person. I'm somewhat of an outdoors person. Glenn Fry and one of the members only Don Henley. Yeah, Glenn Fry, Don Henley, Timothy. I can't think of his last name.
I lived in Idaho the summer of 1968. I had a summer job there.
I'd like to go.
Lived in Idaho Falls.
Like to put my toes in at least every state once. Well,
Don't
may not
think
stay
I'm
long,
gonna
but
make all of that. I got Montana and the Dakotas and Oregon up that way, and Alaska. Haven't been to Alaska yet.
I've been there at the airport when I was going to Korea. I
And
can't say
Hawaii.
I've been there, but
I haven't been to Hawaii.
never been to Hawaii. I don't think I want to go to Hawaii either. I think from what I hear, the cost is just very expensive.
Yep, everything's gotta be imported.
Strangely enough, there's an interstate highway in Hawaii. Although the official name of those is the Interstate National Defense Highway. So
Yeah, from what I've seen, if they truly shoot in NCIS Hawaii in Hawaii, it's very, very pretty, and I wouldn't mind going, but probably never going to happen. Like to play
Rains
golf
a lot.
there.
It rains a lot in Hawaii.
yep.
And snows up in the mountains.
Yep.
I remember the first time I seen Hawaii get snow, and I'm like, no, and then it dawned on me they got mountains, so therefore they get snow.
Then you can get warmed up if Kilauea decides to go active while you're there.
Speaking of that, did you see where they had a volcano in the Philippines that they had to evacuate like 12,000 people
Yeah, I saw that on the news.
Today?
a couple days ago?
Okay.
I don't even know where it was at. Didn't hear anything from my wife, so it's not anywhere near her family, which is good.
Ooh, excuse me.
I've been on the 4th of July over on I-94. Have I been? No. Matthew Cap says NCIS is a pretty good show. Yeah, I've got 3 more episodes to catch up on for this past season that just ended. And I do like NCIS Hawaii.
Yeah, one of the volcanoes in Hawaii, Long Dog, has been going for quite a while now. I mean, it's not erupting like shooting a bunch of crap in the air, but it's just a lot of liquid lava flowing all the time, I think. I don't know if that's Kilauea or what.
More real estate coming.
Bobby says he needs to catch up on Young Sheldon. I pretty much lost interest in that. The rumor is it's got one more season left and it's going to end anyway.
Yep.
I don't watch very many TV shows, actually. I've lost interest in SWAT. I've lost interest in SEAL Team. Pretty much lost interest in Fire Country.
I haven't seen SWAT in a while.
It's been a while. I kind of was losing interest to begin with, but then when they got canceled and for lack of terms, people cried about it and they brought it back for one more season.
I like the FBI series except for the FBI International.
Exactly. I cannot. Yes. And I wasn't real happy to see Dylan McDermott come in as the the head guy back in the beginning when he took what's his name's place, but he's not bad now. And I think the reason for that was
Was that in the FBI, whatever, where the
Most Wanted.
You know, Most Wanted. Yeah. Okay.
I think the reason I initially didn't like him is because he had just played the bad guy on Law and Order with Stabler, his series. I can't think of what it was called.
Now, who was the guy that was in that to begin with? I kind of liked him, actually.
The guy that played Jess.
The main character. He had a daughter and a
Yeah.
lady. I think he eventually married or something after a few episodes or
Yep.
something.
I can't think of his name either. I liked him too. That's pretty sad when they killed him off.
So he left the series? Or?
He got killed off, yeah.
Wonder why that happened. Jeez,
Probably money and contracts.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't honestly know.
No, I think contract probably is the thing.
Yeah. I mean, what was the series they just recently canceled because James Corden show? They canceled that because it was costing more to produce it than it was actually making CBS, so they got rid of it.
Which one was that?
The late show with James Corden.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I haven't been terribly fond of the late show guys for some time.
Yeah, I can't beat Carson.
It's just, you were alive when Carson was on.
Yep. Well, I like Letterman. I used to watch Letterman pretty religiously.
I never got into Letterman much. I never cared for him much. Leno was okay, but I wouldn't go out of my way.
Leno was all right.
But
I'm a big Dave Letterman fan. I like his dry
some
sense of
people
humor.
really did like Letterman. I understand that. It just wasn't my thing.
Have you ever seen any of his clips on YouTube where he goes to McDonald's or Taco Bell and works the drive-thru?
No.
Oh, they are absolutely hilarious.
I've seen those. I think I sent them to you.
Yeah, I think it was you that.
Now, one thing I do like with Letterman, I did like Leno. I did like Jay Leno's Garage on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's a different sort of a thing, but
haven't heard anything about him since he had his accident.
Well, he got fixed up pretty well, I think. And they canceled his Garage show as far as live shows go. I think it's still running around on YouTube.
Yeah. Greg was telling me earlier that Pat Sajak is going to retire.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday or the day before.
Yeah,
Next season is going to be his last season.
When?
Yeah.
This season?
Next season.
Oh, okay.
It'll be his 41st.
Yeah.
Man.
This next year, he'll be on one more year, and that's it.
Is his daughter taking his place?
Nobody's said anything that I've heard.
Who's seen Drew Carey lately? He got long hair now.
Drew Carey?
On The Price is Right, yeah.
Oh, I haven't watched The Price is Right.
I didn't think he was going to be very good in that, and I changed my mind after I saw some of his stuff, and then he's kind of changed his look in the last year or two. I don't care for it too much, but it's just
he turned out to be pretty good on Price is Right.
Roy is asking, how old is Jay Leno?
Probably 80.
He's around 70, isn't he?
I don't think he's quite 80, but I'm not sure. Where's Wintermute when you need
Google
him?
is my friend.
Yeah, exactly, huh? 5-1. 2 minutes to go in the second period. 5-4. Bottom of the sixth. Kansas City.
Jay Leno is 73.
Is he really? Oh my goodness.
I guess he still does some stand-up occasionally. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never gone to see anybody doing stand-up in a club. So.
I have. Well, I went to a comedy club years and years and years ago.
You bet your life, huh? That came back.
I don't
Leno's
know.
been doing that since 2021 until now. You bet your life. I remember when that was on radio or early TV when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Password. Remember that?
Yeah.
What was the one?
Alan
It was
Lund.
revived in 2021. It was Groucho Marx from 47 to 61. Then Buddy Hackett in 80 and 81. Bill Cosby 92, 93. Then it was on a hiatus. Jay Leno started in 2021. You Bet Your Life.
What was the game show? It was a panel of 6, and it was basically a fill in the blank. They would ask a question.
Panel of 6.
Yeah, 6 people on the panel.
Wheel of Fortune.
Remember, what was that one with Gary Moore way back when?
It was Hollywood
Four.
Squares.
Oh,
No, not What's My Line.
a 6-panel match game. Gene
Rayburn.
He was a host.
Yes,
Match
game.
game?
Yeah.
All right.
That was pretty funny. I like the old Hollywood Squares too. Back with Peter Marshall, I believe, was the host.
Yeah.
Jeopardy's always good. Yeah. I've lost interest in it lately. Just some things they were going through. I watched one
it's just when
episode.
you lose the guy that's been on there for
Oh gosh, yes.
forever, it's hard to get adjusted to a new host or hostess.
To tell the truth, yeah. That's the one where they came
that
out and
was
said,
Gary Moore, wasn't it? To tell
yeah,
the truth.
that's where they came out and said, "My name is Jeff Ryman. My name is Jeff Ryman." Wasn't that to tell the truth?
I think so.
Yeah. Not picking on you or anything, Jeff. Concentration with Hugh Downs. Boy, I don't remember that.
Oh
I
yeah.
remember.
I remember Concentration, but I don't remember it was Hugh Downs.
Yeah. Kind of a tall guy.
Yeah, tell the truth, they had 4 panelists, and they had to identify
The real
which
McCoy.
guys were the real guy. out of
Right. Right.
3 or 4 that were doing it.
Do they even have modern day game shows nowadays? I know The
There
Price is
used to
Right
be a
still
game
going.
show TV channel, didn't there? I mean, for a few years.
Yeah, they just run repeats of all the old stuff.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
The cutest cats and dogs of the week. Bobby dropped the link of the cutest cats and dogs of the link.
You still streaming?
Yeah.
Still got about 5 minutes to go. That's
no,
if the
no,
macro works. I'm not putting a lot of faith in the macro tonight.
Yeah,
Since it's
somehow or other I accidentally closed your tab. Oh, Family Feud. I still like that sometimes. What's his name was pretty funny on that.
yeah, I can't think of his name, but he is Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Harvey, Garvey, one of them. Pick one.
Yeah, I like Steve Harvey. I think he's one of the better hosts they've had on
Yeah.
that.
Dawson
Who
was pretty
that
good.
English guy they had that played in Hogan's Heroes? And he
Richard
was
Dawson.
on.
Yeah.
Richard Dawson.
He
Yeah.
was Canadian.
He was Canadian, really?
Yes.
Huh.
He was also in the movie that William Holden made and Vince Edwards, The Devil's Brigade. Richard Dawson.
Says here British born, according to your friend Wikipedia.
He was good in Hogan's Heroes. I know that.
Well, when he started getting old, he aged quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when at the time he was born in 1932, but they've got one photo of him here when he was older, and I mean, he really looked like an old man, even compared to some of us.
Hell, I'm 39.
I know.
Waiting for Josh to get his microphone working. Let's make a deal with Monty Hall. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
Hello, Josh.
Whip up.
Just the normal 9 to 10 o'clock stream, and then we'll do the however long we talk on Zoom afterwards.
Ew.
The roof is up. The sky is up.
Somewhere in the world, the sun is up.
Moon, the sun, the star, and all of us are up.
Yeah. Speaking of moon, I watched the movie Moonfall the other day from start to finish, finally. It wasn't too bad. Halle Berry.
Speaking of moon, I want some moonshine.
Shoot you a moon after we get off the stream.
I did see where the new Avatar's already on HBO. There goes the trailer, so it'll be over here in about 2 minutes.
The Moonshiners movie with Alan Alda and Patrick Magoon.
Now that's another good actor, Alan Alda. Tony Wallo was first, thank you. William Dodson, One Fish, Sam, One Fish 26, Greg, Roy Kerr, Jeff Ryman. Why is my chat not going down? Bobby Warren was there. Rick Lakes was in briefly. He went to Walmart. Matthew Camp, good to see you. Wintermute, always good to see Wintermute. I'm going to forget somebody. Oh, yeah, Greg was there, but I mentioned him already. Long Dog was with us in chat. And I think that's got Mike Wojcik was there. I remember seeing Mike.
Yeah.
Photo Mix Media snuck in right as the show was ending.
You can mention me as many times as you want.
What's my commission?
2 cents.
Oh, well, great guy. Tony Wallo was there. It's good to see Tony. He says good night. I have to get him another Tagalog word to learn. I'll give him the one that you really shouldn't say in public. Good night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. There will not be a Da Vinci in the morning, and there will not be a premiere in the morning.
Hey!
Well, now that Greg's begging me to do one, I might change my mind.
I'll be